After my studies, I primarily came to Bangalore to study aeronautical engineer, but eventually I turned out to do PUC in my commerce, and then my first career option to choose with a higher degree was BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration. I further went down to do my MBA and pursue my PhD with University of Mysore right now. One else. There was a very popular quote from Dhirubhai Ambani at that point, which we were taught at our entrepreneurship time, that if you don't work for your own, somebody else will hire you to build their own dreams. So I think that was something that hit back then, and that's where I think the idea of business started. When we started IES, EdTech was not a buzzword at that point of time. It was a very back at that point of time. So IES was just an idea to do something in education to help people, to help the students get the right kind of courses and choose them the right career. And that's where the idea of being into education started. And eventually, over a period of time, now this segment has grown into another zone, and EdTech has become such a big buzzword over the last couple of years. But then it was primarily to help students is where the education as an industry was chosen by me. The idea was only to help students and do whatever best we can do for them. And counseling was the key. It was in our heart. Whatever we do, it should be for students. It should be a student-centric company. Is all that we had when we started this. A lot of questions in mind. We didn't know how long the organization will go or how big it will happen. We didn't have the kind of financial backups also. And the industry was very unorganized at that point of time. It was a very small industry and very unorganized. We didn't know how much scope would it have. At the study, there were a lot of hiccups in the process because there was nobody who has done something to look up to and then copy whatever they are doing or something. It was all at a very initial stage, and EdTech itself in India was at a very initial stage at that point of time. So there were definitely a lot of challenges which we had to come across, including whether it is about manpower, including if it's about financial, including acceptance in the markets. So we had our own share of challenges. The name of the business, we had a bit of kind of brainstorming session, and then there were 2-3 things that added on. One was that we wanted to focus on India and Indian universities. So Indian came as an eventual process, and then it was related to education services, and that's how we coined the name Indian Educational Services. IES was how it became as a short form, and that's how people started calling us, and that's how the name was coined actually. It was just a couple of friends sitting together and thinking what to name, and just looking at the kind of services that we wanted to offer, the name came into being. When we started in 2008, we had about close to 3 employees, a reception who used to do telecalling as well, and we had Pankaj then, and then it was me. I think this was all that we had. In the first 5 years of our journey, then we added about another 4 or 5 of them, and I think between 2008 to 13, we were about maybe close to about 10-12 of us who were doing the entire part of process, including from calling to doing admissions to doing counseling to handling the front office. I think everyone was all in one and one in all, and that was how it was for the first 5 years. Next 5 years, which I talk about from 2013 to 18, we grew as a team, and from a team of 15, we became a team of 55 people. Different departments, systems came into scene. The project of BMS College of Law, I think it is a great memory for both me and Rahul. We just walked into a meeting. We didn't know what is coming up. We were just told that they wanted a few admissions for law, and somehow the proposal came in to do the entire admissions. 300 was their intake at that point of time, and I think we didn't have a bandwidth of doing 300. But then it just came as a challenge for us. Me and Rahul, we were looking at each other. We were like, really, should we take this? Will we be able to deliver? should we take this up or not? Uh, I mean, I don't know, there was an opportunity knocking and we were just confused. But then we took up the challenge, we took it up, we said we are gonna work around it and try to deliver. And thankfully, we were able to deliver the entire set of admissions, and that was a turnaround moment for the college, for our company, and it was a great achievement at that point of time, and it gave us a lot of motivation, a lot of encouragement to move ahead and take up many such projects. Well, the last 5 years has actually been a roller coaster ride. I mean, every day is a new day. I really, when I get up in the morning, I don't know what's the day looks like, what is going to come, and what is it that is going to happen. So every day, every single day is a new day, new challenges, new opportunities, new possibilities, and there's. If you talk in terms of what we have achieved, we have really grown 4x in last 5 years in every term, whether it is in terms of our turnover, it is in terms of our employee strength, in terms of our projects, in terms of the number of admissions that we do, and our brand positioning. I think every aspect we have grown strongly over the last 5 years.
My initial investment, really don't start about it, because if I talk, a lot of people will go and start their own. But well, we started with an investment of about $1.5 lakh. That also funds borrowed from friends here and there. And
a special feather on the hat has been the Indian Achievers Award, which I was awarded in this 25th of January this year, 2023, by Mr. Nitin Gadkari, Honorable Minister for Transport, Union Minister for Transport. I think it was we were handpicked among very few shortlisted people for this award, and I think that I believe that was a very great achievement in that term. To receive that, it was an honor, absolute. And we look forward to have to get many such more awards, recognitions over the next couple of years. In terms of organization, if we see where are we heading to, well, we are heading to a very strong growth proposition. We already are about 250 strong like-minded people, as I have said before. We look at having about 1,000 people working for us in next 5 years. The team is bound to grow by about 1,000 people by 2030, or maybe a little before that. We look to be a company with a turnover of about more than 150 crores is what we are eyeing by 2030, and I think that really looks possible. It really looks reachable with where we are positioned right now. At present, we are South India's largest and India's second largest consulting company for domestic admissions, and I believe that we want to achieve that number one position. We all are striving for it, and I'm sure with a strong teamwork we are going to achieve it. We are also looking to have about close to 25 international offices and national offices, so the reach of the company has to go to every capital of this country, as well as a couple of international destinations where we get a lot of pull for Indian students.